Hello again, and welcome back. This is like the seventh episode about grace. I want to talk about something slightly different though. Have you ever woken up and just felt like you want to like kick everybody you come across? You just don't want to talk to them because what they're talking about is boring, or they're just human beings and you don't want to be around them. That's okay, I'm not gonna judge you for it. I'm not gonna point the finger and go, you don't want to be around people. Nah, me neither. But I also know that even though I don't feel that good and I'm like a bit sniffly and I had thoughts come to mind that reminded me of stuff that I regret, it's not okay for me to start treating people the way I feel. For example, if you just watched the last episode, then you'll know that my younger brother came asking if the milk is okay to eat because it smelled a bit. Well, he thought there was a little mold on it. It was glue on the outside of the container, and it was fine. But I still made sure to show him respect, regardless of how I feel. You know, God often will tell people throughout the Bible, humble yourself before me, and I will be your God. Whether he says it in those words or a different kind of way. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think that just involves, God, I'm going to be yours. That is a huge part of it. That's literally what that's literally the premise of submission to God. But wouldn't we be transformed by that? Wouldn't we at least try to act like we are gods? So for you, I know there are lots of people who will have emotional outbursts quite a lot. And it's quite hard to control those emotions. I sympathize with you. I empathize with you. I don't lash out at people in a large emotional way. I don't naturally do that. But regardless of whether you do lash out, do your emotions and this and the way you feel affect the way that you seem to submit to God. For me, that also encompasses the way I treat others, loving others as myself. Now, somebody will come up to me and talk to me about lots of boring stuff, super boring stuff. I don't care. I don't want to hear about it. It's not fun. But I'm not gonna just brush them off and go. Sometimes I do, but then I have to slap myself in the face for a second and go, wait, I love this person even if I don't love what they're talking about. So I'm gonna act as if I love this person. That involves a lot of patience, and that comes with time. And I'm not telling you to do the same. I'm just saying what you can do. No, 2 Peter 3:18. Now, if you don't know what that talks about, then you're about to find out, because you just heard me read it out. So, that's handy. 2 Peter 3 verse 5. Okay, here we go. But they deliberately forget that long ago, by God's word, the heavens came into being, and the earth was formed out of water and by water. By these waters also the world of that time was deluged and destroyed. I don't know what deluged means. Somebody comment, because I don't know. I would search it up. I usually do that. Not today, just for fun. I find it interesting that Peter said, but they deliberately forget that long ago by God's word, the heavens came into being and the earth was formed out of water by water. I just read out the entire verse. But I'm thinking about the deliberately forgetting part. I've noticed when we're feeling down in the dumps, when we're not listening to this holy being, often we have feelings. And that means, and we get so in our own head, we're thinking about those thoughts so much, and we're feeling terrible about the feeling, so we're just pushing aside all sound reason. We won't actually listen to God and remember the fact that he created the earth and the water, as well as the heavens, but he also created our minds. He created this way where we can speak to each other in a loving manner, no matter how we feel. Now, it's not supposed to be some perfect thing. He created our brains, but we act like our brains control us oftentimes. We will just say, oh no, I'm feeling sad. Oh, I'm regretful. Maybe, but don't treat people terribly because of it. I'm doing that right now. Like, I don't feel good. I'm going to treat my family the best I can. I'm going to love them despite not loving what they're talking about in particular. Maybe they'll be talking about a card game and rules of the card game that I won't remember. I still got to show love to them. I can just push the card game to the side mentally. So, do that. Show love to the people you care about. So, even if you feel terrible and you're all entitled because of your feelings, love the people around you regardless, because how you feel is not how they feel or they deserve to start feeling. It's very contagious. If you're moody, it's like a virus. It will spread quite a lot. Anyway, don't be a dingus or a wingus. Just love people even if you're feeling like a dingus. Bro, what are these episodes? So I'll see you on the next one. If you end up watching it, adios.